an in-depth look into some of London's most intriguing secrets. 1. The hidden River Fleet. Beneath the bustling streets of London flows the ancient River Fleet, once one of the city's largest rivers, now almost completely buried. This hidden river, originating in Hampstead Heath, flows south towards the Thames and is said to have been a major waterway in Roman and medieval times. Today, its remnants can be found near Clerkenwell and Blackfriars, with faint traces in streets like Fleet Street, named after the river. Some intrepid urban explorers even report hearing the water rushing beneath the manholes in certain areas. 2. Highgate Cemetery and its secrets. Highgate Cemetery, with its Gothic tombs, overgrown paths, and resident foxes, is a place steeped in mystery and beauty. Opened in 1839, this cemetery is the final resting place for famous figures like Karl Marx and Douglas Adams. But beyond the famous graves, Highgate is known for legends of supernatural occurrences and sightings of the so-called Highgate vampire. The elaborate Egyptian avenue and the Circle of Lebanon, lined with vaults, add a haunting atmosphere that attracts many curious visitors. 3. The Lost Roman Baths of Strand Lane. Nestled beneath the streets in the area of Strand Lane lies a Roman bath that isn't actually Roman, but dates to the early 17th century, believed to be part of an old mansion's garden. However, the Roman baths have fascinated visitors and were mistakenly attributed to Roman times by subsequent generations. This curious site has been preserved by the National Trust and is accessible to those curious to see this piece of faux Roman history up close. 4. The Secret War Rooms of Churchill. Hidden beneath the streets of Westminster are the Churchill War Rooms, a top-secret underground bunker from which Winston Churchill and his cabinet ran the British war effort during World War II. The underground complex was meticulously maintained, preserving the rooms as they were in 1945. Today, visitors can explore this time capsule, which includes a direct hotline to the White House, war strategy maps, and Churchill's private office. It's a glimpse into the intense wartime decisions made beneath London's streets. 5. London's abandoned tube stations. Several stations on the London Underground were abandoned over the years, each with its own story. Aldwych Station, for example, was used as an air raid shelter during World War II and has appeared in various films due to its historic atmosphere. Down Street Station, once operational on the Piccadilly line, became a wartime bunker for Churchill's cabinet office. These stations remain ghostly reminders of London's extensive and evolving underground network, accessible today only through special tours. 6. The Hunterian Museum's Curiosities. The Hunterian Museum, located in the Royal College of Surgeons, contains one of the world's most fascinating medical collections. It houses anatomical specimens, historical surgical instruments, and a range of preserved organs and skeletons collected by surgeon John Hunter. The collection includes everything from preserved body parts to the skeleton of the Irish giant. This museum provides an unsettling but intriguing glimpse into the history of medicine and surgery in the UK. 7. The Seven Noses of Soho. One of London's quirkier mysteries, the Seven Noses of Soho involves sculptures of noses dotted around this iconic neighborhood. Created by artist Rick Buckley in 1997 as a form of protest against CCTV surveillance, these noses have since become an urban legend. Locals say that if you find all seven, you'll receive great wealth, a fun and curious challenge for any visitor exploring Soho's eclectic streets. 8. The Clink Prison Museum. South of the Thames in Southwark lies the Clink Prison Museum, built on the site of the Clink Prison, one of the oldest and most notorious prisons in England. Dating back to the 12th century, the Clink was infamous for its brutal conditions and for holding everyone from political prisoners to petty criminals. The museum offers a gritty look into medieval punishment, complete with torture devices and tales of famous prisoners who languished there. 9. The Secret Societies of Freemasons Hall. Freemasons Hall, a majestic Art Deco building near Covent Garden, serves as the headquarters of the United Grand Lodge of England, one of the oldest and most secretive societies in the world. The hall is open to visitors who can view its ornate interior and learn about the Freemasons' cryptic rituals, beliefs, and centuries-old traditions. The hall's Museum of Freemasonry offers insights into Masonic culture, from symbolic artifacts to personal memorabilia of former members. 10. Eel Pie Island's counterculture past. Eel Pie Island in the Thames has an unusual history, once home to a hotel that hosted some of the biggest names in rock and roll in the 1960s, including the Rolling Stones. After the hotel closed, artists and free spirits flocked to the island, creating a commune of artists and musicians. Although privately owned today, Eel Pie Island holds open studios a few times a year, inviting visitors to explore this small, quirky island steeped in counterculture legacy. 11. The Ghost of Cock Lane. Cock Lane in Smithfield is the site of one of London's most famous hauntings. The ghost of Fanny Lynes, who allegedly appeared to reveal her murder by her lover, caused a media sensation in the 18th century. Known as Scratching Fanny, her spirit was said to make scratching sounds to communicate with the living. Though debunked, the story remains a fascinating example of London's long tradition of ghost stories and the public's fascination with the supernatural. Number 12. The Black Museum of Scotland Yard. The Crime Museum, also known as the Black Museum, is the Metropolitan Police's collection of criminal artifacts, showcasing notorious cases and gruesome evidence. While originally intended only for police training, the collection has occasionally been made available to the public through exhibitions. It includes artifacts from Jack the Ripper's era, the Great Train Robbery, and an array of tools used in infamous crimes. This secretive collection offers a chilling peek into the darker side of London's criminal history. 13. The Secret Gardens and Green Spaces. London boasts numerous hidden gardens and secret green spaces, often tucked behind unassuming walls or within grand estates. The Garden Museum near Lambeth Palace offers a serene escape, while the Kyoto Garden in Holland Park provides an oasis of Japanese-style tranquility. Other lesser-known spots include the Crossbones Graveyard Memorial Garden, dedicated to London's outcasts and prostitutes, and the Pergola and Hill Garden in Hampstead Heath, where you can wander along pathways shaded by climbing plants. Number 14. The Ceremony of the Keys at the Tower of London. Each evening, a centuries-old ceremony takes place at the Tower of London, called the Ceremony of the Keys. This ritual locks the tower's gates and ensures the safety of the crown jewels and royal fortress. Held since the 14th century without interruption, the ceremony is a piece of living history that visitors can witness by booking in advance. The Tower Guards, or Yeoman Warders, lead the event in full regalia, adding to its historic allure. Number 15. Postman's Park and the Memorial to Heroic Self-Sacrifice. In the heart of the city lies Postman's Park, a small and peaceful park that contains the memorial to heroic self-sacrifice. This touching tribute commemorates individuals who lost their lives attempting to save others. Each tile tells a brief, often tragic story of bravery. The park itself is a tranquil space for reflection, offering a powerful reminder of selflessness amid the fast pace of city life. London's secrets are as varied as the city itself. From its underground rivers and haunted lanes to hidden museums and secret ceremonies, these lesser-known stories offer unique insights into London's rich and layered history. Each corner of the city holds tales that intrigue, inspire, and remind us that London is as much about its hidden past as it is about its present. Whether you're a curious visitor or a seasoned Londoner, these secrets add a new dimension to exploring this vibrant metropolis.